Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time once again for the Chardon Polka Band's Stay-at-Home Polka Variety Hour. Starring your host, Jake Cowie. Featuring Mike Franklin, Mitch Lawrence, and Bob Young. Here now is the host of your show, Jake Cowie.
Whoa! We're back, ladies and gentlemen, and so glad to be with you guys tonight. How's everybody doing out there in the world? Hold on, I got to turn on the scroller so I can see your answers. Oh my goodness. I am so glad we got people joining us from all over every single week here on this little live stream. I can't believe it, folks. I mean, this pandemic really has it's meant a lot of rough times for a lot of people, monetarily, emotionally, all this different stuff. And of course, the Chardon Polka Band, we can't really play shows right now. We're working on figuring out how that looks for the future. But this little live stream, folks, every Saturday night, I get to come jam with you guys, play you guys some videos, play you guys some music. And every week I get emails from folks from all over the place who are watching this thing. And it just, oh my goodness, it just feels so good in my heart. And that's not just this delicious platform beer I'm talking about, folks, though it is delicious. And we're sporting the platform beer flag behind me there. Check it out, platform beer. They do a good job. Delicious. Delicious. Shall we get into some polka music? Oh, Tom Hooks is here. He's doing just fine. Fran's here. Fran and Mike are doing just fine. Oh my goodness, I love to see it. I love to see so many of you guys tuning in. Let's start out with a little Chardon Polka Band, a favorite, and then I'll get into a couple dedications, celebrations of this week. Oh, and hey, Rosie from Oregon. All right, a Chardon Polka Band original. I said that before I really thought of which song I was going to play. Folks, just like our live shows, like our gigs, I just kind of make this up as I go along. I got a little bit of an outline, some things I need to get to, but then I just pick what I'm going to do next, and I just, let's go for it. So we'll go back. We'll play one called, We Did Bring Me More Beer last week. Let's go off World War Polka. This one's, this one's called Death by Polka. No. Well, you know that it wouldn't be a lie if I said that we're all gonna die someday. Before I go, I think you all should know there's only one way I want this all to end. So someday I will not be here anymore. When I go, I wanna be out on the dance floor. Wanna go out with my sweet box in my hand. If I die at death by polka, I don't know just when my heart will stop. So turn the music up and pour me another shot. Don't call a hearse, just sing another verse. There's only one way I want this all to end. Well, someday I will not be here anymore. When I go, I wanna be out on the dance floor. Wanna go out with my sweet box in my hands. If I die, it's death by polka. Someday they'll put me in the ground. My family and my friends will gather all around. I'll go to heaven and I just can't wait to meet St. Peter up by those pearly gates. I'll ask him, do you need an accordion player up here. And I know back on Earth, all my friends will be drinking all my beer. Beer being drank by all my friends. Beer, it ain't so bad, that's how it ends. I wanna go out with my squeeze box in my hands. If I diet, if I polka, well, someday I will not be here anymore. When I go, I wanna be out on the dance floor. Wanna go out with my squeeze box in my hands. If I diet, if I polka. If I diet, if I polka. If I diet, death by polka. Oh, a touching number. Death by Polka off our album, World War Polka. I should have written down the chords before I jumped into that one. I'll erase it on the replay. If I ever post these to YouTube, I'll just erase that number. No one will know what happened. So, then I would just start from the top like this. Everybody, thanks for joining us. It's going to be a wonderful show this week. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited for a little bit of music tonight. And we're going to start out with a little celebration, a dedication, if you will. All right, this one goes out to Sean and Michelle, celebrating 24 years this weekend, I believe. Congratulations, Sean and Michelle. That's awesome. Good buddies of ours from Texas, and this is a polka I picked out for y'all. It's called North, South, East, West. Oh, north, south, east, west makes no difference. Any place on earth will do. Take me, baby, don't say maybe, 'cause I'm so in love with you. I'm so happy when you're near me, sweetheart, never let me go. North, south, east, west, whichever is best, I'll be happy, I know. Makes no difference, any place on earth will do. Take me, baby, don't say maybe, 'cause I'm so in love with you. I'm so happy when you're near me, sweetheart, never let me go. North, south, east, west, whichever is best, I'll be happy, I know. Hey, hey! North, south, east, west makes no difference. Any place on earth will do. Or take me, baby, don't say maybe, 'cause I'm so in love with you. Woo-hoo! I'm so happy when you're near me, sweetheart, never let me go. on north, south, east, west, whichever is best. I'll be happy, I know. Oh my goodness, folks, friends, and neighbors, that was dedicated to Sean and Michelle. Now here to complain about me butchering the chords to that first song, Death by Polka. Ladies and gentlemen, very special guests on the show tonight, here to complain about the chords to that first song. My sons, Luke and Benjamin, bring them in, let's see them. Boom. There's Lukey. What'd you think about your daddy's chords on that first song? They were terrible. Were you guys listening upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, were you ashamed of me, honey? You were ashamed, weren't you?
I don't think they cared.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness, here's the group. Look at this camera. All right, this is my son Luke. Oh. And there's Benji hanging out with my mom. Benji, look up there. Look at the camera, buddy.
He did for just a second.
Okay, good. You guys having a good evening?
Yeah.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above, the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
You want to play that with your foot?
What are you doing? What are you guys doing? This is the kids' show now. They'll do a better job than I would. Yeah. Love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody say hey to Luke and Benjamin.
Bye. See you guys.
Oh my goodness. They came down to rescue me. I was butchering the show and they came down to rescue me. My 8th week doing this, you'd think I'd have it down pat. Oh my goodness. Love you guys too. Oh, those babies are cute. I talked about it. I said, I'm just going to bring Luke down and start the show with Luke. And that would have been a better start than me messing up the words to Death by Polka. Oh boy, it's on the internet for everybody to see. Did everybody just tune out after that? No, they're still there. Good. Thank you. Another dedication to the man who brought me the platform beer, actually. He wanted to hear an old school song. In fact, it's so old school, I did have to look up the chords to this one. Another one I wrote that I didn't remember how to play. Clarinet polka. Maybe I'll find a recording of it for next week. I can't play the clarinet polka on this one. I've spent most of my life as a scoundrel, hanging around in cantinas and bars, till by chance I met a lovely fair maiden, a princess of the stars. You're my only hope. I have waited for someone like you. You're my only hope. You're all of my wishes come true. Yep, this one goes out to my good buddy Mike from Platform Beer. This is a song off our very first album. Hold on. Very first album, Pirates, Women, and Beer. This is Leia's Waltz. And some may call me a pirate, and I guess that's how I got my start. But I'd give up those ways forever if I could steal your heart. You're my only hope. I have waited for someone like you. You're my only hope. You're all of my wishes come true. You're my only hope. I have waited for someone like you. You're my only hope. You're all of my wishes come Oh my goodness, Leia's Waltz off our very first album, this old classic, Pirates, Women and Beer. You can get it now on our website. In fact, we'd appreciate it if you went on our website and got this album. The sales are really helping out right now, as we're not out there making money and playing shows. You know, usually, I'm going to tell you, about this time of year, you know, the spring stuff goes on sale at Walmart. Usually we go out and we buy a medium to large swimming pool, you know, not the little swimming pools that you can just stick your feet in. We buy one of those swimming pools with the PVC on the sides. You got to set it up yourself. We just fill it with money. That's the Chardon Polka Band. We do very well for ourselves. We fill swimming pools with money, and then we just dive into them, and it's a delight, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a delight too. I love it. I love it. And I hope you guys liked that number, Leia's Waltz. And glad I looked up the chords for it, you know, because I knew most of them playing that song. So, friends and neighbors, a lot of our show tonight is going to be an interview with Bob Young, our new drummer. We got a new drummer back in January, and he worked for about 2.5 months with us, and then all our shows were canceled. But Bob Young is a heck of a guy. Despite all our shows being canceled and only being just a few months into this band, he's stuck with it. He's doing all kinds of virtual recordings for us. We just did a kids project together, Robert and myself, and you're going to love it. I'm going to show you a little bit of that tonight. But I want to get to this interview with Bob because I know you're going to enjoy it. So we're going to jump right to that segment right now. I'll be right back, all right? But here's Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on the line, wait, I got to point this way, Mr. Bob Young. Welcome to the program, Bob Young.
What's happening, Jake?
Nothing much. All right, I'm going to interview Bob Young. We have a list of questions sent in by one of our happy viewers. I have some of my own questions. Starting off, Bob, welcome to the show. What's your favorite platform beer?
Oh, gosh. I don't even...
Interview's over, Bob.
Interview's over.
Yep, that was a short segment, ladies. Bob, he really dropped the ball. So we're just going to move on. I'm going to play one of my old favorites. This one's called Old Style Beer. I know you guys like this one. This video features Bob Young. Let's jump right into it. A little Old Style Beer, Chardon Polka Band classic.
It's time to take a break from all this money making. You work hard to bring home the bacon. Ooh, bacon. But when the day does end, you want to be with friends and live an old style beer. We're living old style is here. My friends are old style beer. So have another old style, all my friends are here. Living old style beer. Now life is good when that whistle blows, 'cause we raise our glasses to the friends we know. We're living, laughing loud. We're always living proud. We're living old style beer. We're living old style is here. My friends are old style beer. So have another old style. All my friends are here. Living old style beer. gotta take our advice. You don't need riches to lead a full life. That's right. With friends we can trust. No one's wealthier than us. We're living old style beer. We're living old style is here. My friends are old style beer. So I have another old style. All my friends are here. Living old style beer. We're living old style is here. My friends are old style beer. So have another old style. All my friends are here. Living old style beer. So have another old style. All my friends are here. Living old style beer.
I love it, folks, friends and neighbors. That's the gang playing Old Style Beer. That's a recording from back in February. And my goodness, I'm just going to say this. We were on fire. Darn it, that was good. You hear Mitch Lawrence solo, Mike Franklin solo. I was standing there shaking an accordion. That's what I do. Bob Young was killing it. He didn't kill it with that interview, but dang, he was rocking those drums. Now, notice when you see some of these videos of Bob, because he was just new working with us, you might see him looking to the side. He's got extremely detailed notes, more information than I believe I've ever had on our own songs. He's got detailed notes of what happens when and where. Even some of the random stuff, he knows the I don't know how to phrase it. You know, a lot of my stuff is random, but it's also predictable. So he's like, you know, Jake might do something crazy here. He's got it written down, but it's all scientific. Oh my goodness. It's wonderful. It is wonderful, folks. Bob Young on that. So since Bob Young did such a great job on that song, and he's been doing a lovely job for us, everybody seems to enjoy his ilk. We did continue that interview. Yes, I cut him off after that first question because he biffed it. But we have more Bob Young for you. Should I play it? Let me know. Should I play it? Yes. Okay, I'll do it. Here we go. Here's some more Bob Young, everybody. We're back with Bob Young, folks. He botched that first question. There he is.
Hey.
Bob, so you are the newest member of the Chardon Polka Band. Joined us just in time for these shenanigans. Isn't that delightful?
Absolutely delightful, Jake.
You had, a month of playing music?
Yeah, about a solid month and change, and it was going really great. And then,
it was.
Gig after gig just got canceled, and yeah, that's where I've been at home for the last 2 months now.
Yeah, you haven't had a haircut.
I have not had a haircut. It's looking rough.
You're gonna look like our last drummer if we give it enough with this lockdown. You'll look like
I'm working
Joey.
on my dreadlocks. Yeah,
That's right. I love it. Yeah, we were having some good times. We went to Kansas together.
Kansas.
Yeah, that was good. Played for all the school children in Marshall County.
You made me do the chicken dance. That wasn't my favorite.
I humiliated Bob daily in front of hundreds of school children. And
I think that was probably the most humiliating. I wouldn't say the rest wasn't too bad. You just asked me to play drum solos, which I also am not a fan of, but it's fine.
You'll get over this, Bob.
I'll get over that.
I made sure it was for the last school we played, just in case it was too much and you went your own way and decided it wasn't for you. I got that full week out of you in Marshall County, Kansas, and I told you had to come out from behind the drums, and it was just me and my accordion and you doing the chicken dance in front of 200 kids. They were laughing at you.
That's all right. I was always the most liked at the end, I think.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'll take that.
And now I have a list of questions from you. Some questions for Bob from one of our viewers, which is the whole reason we're doing this interview. All right. What food combination would you ban?
See, this is the one we
That's
were just
intense.
talking about. I know. I'm not a really picky eater, so I didn't have like a.
You would
I'll tell you
ban
this.
anything.
I for a while I was against pineapple on pizza. I was
Whoa.
against that. I know that's a favorite. I know
That is the Jake's favorite.
I know. I was against it. I think I've I've loosened up on that one. But yeah, I'm not picky enough. I wouldn't ban anything. I don't think.
Okay. I know who
would. What would you ban, Jake?
What?
What would you ban?
I wouldn't ban.
It's my interview
food.
now.
I like food. I like all foods. I wouldn't ban food.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ban anything.
I don't know if there's anything I really like. I'm like, oh, don't do that. You're ruining it. Hummus.
Okay.
I've never given it much of a chance, but it looks like poo.
Give it a chance.
Yeah. You know who
Try
would?
pita chips. It's
with
a nice
chips?
little snack.
Yeah,
Pita
it's
chips.
a snack.
It's a snack.
I like chickpeas, and that's what hummus is. Enough about that. If you could, I shouldn't be writing our show anymore. These people should. If you could swim in any liquid, what would it be, and why?
Oh God. I mean, water is the boring answer. How about, I don't know. Chocolate milk.
Nice. Why?
Chocolate milk. I don't know. I love chocolate milk. It's delicious.
I'm gonna blast you with a fire hose of chocolate milk. Is cereal a soup?
Cereal's not a soup.
Okay.
Cereal's not a soup. Soup implies hot. I feel like I know there's cold soups, but that's just where my brain goes.
Okay. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I'm gonna go with no again. I think it's more like it's like an American taco.
A hot dog is an American taco. This guy's brilliant.
It's a taco.
This is why we hired him. That's genius. You know. I'm sorry, I'm reading these questions. They're insane. Weirdest thing done as a child?
I don't know. I was just kind of a dorky kid. I had a fascination with thanks, jerk. I had a fascination with the movie Apollo 13 as a kid.
Yeah.
You know the one.
Yeah, I know the one.
And there was always like the diagram of like how far they had to go to get back. And I was always like fascinated with like their routing around the moon and back. So I like would draw that on my wall in my bedroom. And then I got caught like erasing it one day because it was like my eraser was like squeaking, and my parents were like, "What are you doing in here?" I was like erasing like Apollo 13 drawings off the wall. So I'd go with that.
All right, so it seems Bob Young was kind of a weird, nerdy kid. I hope you're enjoying this interview with Bob Young that pre-recorded. Haven't mastered the doing interviews on the live stream yet. So this part of the stream is live. And speaking of live here joining us, I see their names in the scroller. We got some very famous polka people. First of all, my good friend Valina Polka. Of course, Valina, and I assume Ross is with you from the wonderful, wonderful polka band Das ist lustig. I believe they're doing a live stream tonight at 7:30. So as we wrap up, go jump on their Facebook page because it's awesome. Maybe I should feature a video from them sometime. I know we've talked about doing a team up, Valina. Give us some time. Oh my goodness, Valina and Ross. And of course, the great DJ Kishka has tuned in live tonight to watch the program from Dingus Day. That's right, DJ Kishka, the guy with the fake beard. The fakest beard in all of Cleveland, Mr. DJ Kishka. We're glad he's here. We're glad and those are just the famous people watching. We're glad the rest of you are here as well. I don't want to forget the rest of you. Although maybe you're offended by me referring to you as the rest of you. But at least you're not Bob Young. Maybe Bob Young's tuned in. I don't know. He did the interview. I think he'd be embarrassed to watch himself up on the small screen, you know. Oh my goodness. And for those of you tuning in from outside of our fair city of Cleveland, Ohio, who have no idea what I'm talking about, look up DJ Kishka. He's a wonderful individual, a wonderful musician, and look up Das ist lustig. They're from Texas. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the show where we like to go over to the Kids Corner. Is everybody cool to join me at the Kids Corner? We got to step over here, all right? Whoa. Kids Corner, everybody. You know it's the Kids Corner because I got my Chardon Polka Band Kids Corner graphics down here. And now I'm talking directly to the kids. Kids, oh my goodness, we are delighted that you guys joined us. In fact, that's why this program takes place at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, is because I grew up when I was a little boy in Indiana. We talked about this with my mom last week. Every Saturday night, I got to watch Lawrence Welk. It was a big privilege in our house. And so we wanted to do this show at a time where, it was early enough that the kids could do this and go to bed, and folks could join us from other states, and it wouldn't be too early and all that. So we decided on 6:30. But one of the reasons is for the youth. In fact, we like the youth so much, we have a youth CD, the Chardon Polka Band's Pony in the Back Seat, featuring such characters as the llama in pajamas, boom, and the skunk drinking coffee, boom. You can see them there on the bottom of our screen. We love doing work that kiddos enjoy. In fact, later this coming week, we'll be doing some elementary schools virtually. Myself and the accordion, teaching them a little bit about accordion, playing some music for them. But our good friend Bob Young, who we're kind of featuring on the show this week, he helped me put together this awesome video about drums for our kiddos. We're going to be releasing this on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on Music Milkshake, me and Emily's Kids channel. This week, I believe the Burton Library might feature it. I don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, you guys got a sneak preview in our Kids Corner. Kids, you are going to love this. I bet at home you've got things like this. Coffee mugs, a bowl, maybe you had some carrots in that, but now it's just empty. Maybe your dad, he's like Jake and he likes to drink beer, so you got beer cans around. I shouldn't talk about beer in the Kids Corner, should I? Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe you have some objects that you can hit, strike, tap, bang, bang, bada, bing, bing, and make some sound with. Well, those are basically drums, and here to talk about that is Bob Young. Here we go. Now, some of these kids at home who might be interested in playing some drums might not have a drum kit they can play on right now. I mean, not all of us have drum sets at home, right? Is there any other way we might be able to get started practicing our rhythms, our beats, and our drumming? Bob, what else could we use?
Anything that makes sounds when struck can be a drum. Your kitchen is loaded with drums. Look for pots and pans and cups. Also look for boxes, tables, and any other hard surfaces. And spatulas make great drumsticks. Just be careful not to break anything.
Bob, I can't believe it. You're telling me I could use this oatmeal container or this coffee mug as drums? Whoa, I'm excited to get started. And kids at home, I bet you guys are excited to get started. But before we start grabbing things off the shelf to practice our drumming, I've asked Bob to provide us with a little drumming inspiration using objects he's found around his home. Hit it, Bob. Oh my goodness, friends and neighbors, wasn't that delightful? And a delightful addition to our Kids Corner. Bob Young on the drums there. Oh my goodness. We'll have that full video posted later this week. But we love reaching out to kids with our music. And I know a lot of kids listen to our music, whether it's our beer drinking music or our kids' album. So we want to make sure that we try and mix in some good stuff with them. Teach them right, folks. So kids, check out the full video online later this week. But, find some objects around your house and start drumming on them. Be like Bob Young, my friends. That was a heck of a solo, right, guys? Can I hear it on the scroll? That was a heck of a solo. Join me over at this camera. All right, now this is some of that improvisational stuff we were talking about, something that's not covered in my outline, because I did not know that Dastis Lustig was going to show up, Valina Polka and Ross. This is a song they taught me. Speaking of teaching, that's a segue. We teach the children, other people teach us. This is a song I learned from my good friends Ross and Valina. Oh, Ralph the tragic seagull lived by the sea and frolicked in the garbage dump, and he takes it out on me. Up and down the beach, the tourists all would stare and marvel at his marksmanship as he dropped it in their hair. Oh, Ralph the tragic seagull lives by the sea and frolics in the garbage dump, and he takes it out on me. One sad day it happened, he breathed his final breath. He ate a tube of ate a tube of, I don't know, filament, and he dumped himself to death. That's the song. Oh my goodness. Ralph the Tragic Seagull, for our good friends Valina and Ross watching. Like I said, some of the stuff I make up along the way, folks. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, can you look it up, Valina Polka. Valina, chime in over here on the scroller. Let these folks know where they can find your show, you and Ross, especially after that Ralph the Tragic Seagull song. Everybody's got their hopes way up. Speaking of hopes way up, let's go back to a little bit from Bob Young, shall we? Back into our interview with Bob Young, ladies and gentlemen. Here's another one of our viewer questions. Bob, you're about to get in a fight. What song comes on as your soundtrack for this fight?
Oh, God. Anything implying run away or getting the hell out of there, I think. I'm not much of a fighter. I'll scurry away.
All right. That's Bob does not have a fight. He has a flight.
The chicken dance, I think, maybe, yeah.
You have a flight soundtrack, not a fight. What movie could you practically quote from beginning to end?
Probably Dumb and Dumber.
Would you rather be sticky or itchy?
Ooh. I don't like being itchy. I've had some rough sunburns. I'm gonna go with sticky because I think once you're committed to it, it's not too bad.
In your possession, in your care, you have to care for them. Would you rather have 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Okay, so I'm just caring for them. I'm not fighting it or nothing.
You have them. No, there's no fighting implied by this question.
I told you what happens about fighting. I just get out of there.
Yeah.
I think a horse-sized duck would be really intimidating. Yeah. 100 duck-sized horses would be super cute, so I think I'd go that route.
There's a lot of them. 100.
That's a lot of them.
Anything?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the duck-sized horses. Hopefully
answer.
Less damage.
Duck size. I think one horse size duck.
Are
one animal would be easier to take care of.
That's true.
And
But-
you could probably fly on its back.
I
Snow.
didn't think about that.
These aren't my answers though.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna stick with the little horses.
Go for it. I tried to sell you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with Bob Young after this music time. Music time is right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, you're watching the Chardon Polka Band's, what are we calling it now? The Chardon Polka Band Socially Distanced Variety Hour. My dad made our introduction, and he just titled it. I love it. Oh my goodness, friends and neighbors. I love doing this for y'all. I hope you're enjoying the polka shenanigans. They're different every week. Sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worst, and sometimes they're Bob Young, right? Oh my goodness. We had a request. I've done this one a couple times on the show, folks, but it keeps getting requested. I'll keep playing it. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Hiding here, I'm hiding there, I'm hiding everywhere. I am over here, now I'm over there. Oh, hiding here, hiding there, I'm hiding everywhere. Let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready, holler I. Let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? All right, let's all play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Let's play hide and seek. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie. Who's not ready? Holler I. Let's play hide and seek. All right, now, my friends and my neighbors, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And we got a request. T-Bone's here joining us, our auxiliary trombone player. He must have heard we played one of his tunes on the show last week's. Everybody was asking who's in the monkey costume playing the trombone. Well, it wasn't T-Bone in the costume, but T-Bone was the one playing the audio, the trombone. Anyway, long story. You guys got to follow week to week. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a request for a new song we did this week with our good pals, the Claberheads, and I just so happened to have this video on the queue list. If you guys did not catch this one, I believe we released it yesterday. It's a whole lot of fun. Watch it now, but go watch it on YouTube as well so we get those views. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our cover of a Margaritaville, the Oktoberfest version with the Claberheads. They wrote these wonderful Oktoberfest lyrics with it, and we have some fun with it ourselves. I better stop introducing it. Here's the song. The Chardon Polka Band and the Claberheads proudly present Margarita Oktoberfestville. Wait, is that right? Is that what's the title here?
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All my favorite Claberheads are covered with oil. Well, that's kind of weird. All right, I'm strumming my accordion on your front porch again. I smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for a mile, I'll shake her salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault.
Living on cream puffs, eating till I'm stuffed. All of those festers are drinking their beer. I'm strumming my sixth string up here with the Chardon Polka Band, and I can smell those brunts, they're beginning to boil. Wasted away again at the Oktoberfest.
I see how it is.
Searching for my lost picture of beer.
Beer, beer, beer.
Some people claim that there's a fraud to blame, but I know it's just that time of year.
Hey, take it, Erica.
I don't know the reason I've stayed here all season. Got nothing to show but my brand new tattoo. And it's a real beauty right here on my booty. How we got here, I haven't a clue.
Wasted away again at the Oktoberfest.
Searching for my lost pitcher of beer.
Some people claim that there's a fraud to blame, but I know
Oh, what do you know, Rob?
it's just that time of year.
Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's just that time of year.
All right, Paul says he loves the steel drum. And Ryan Merriman says the Chardon Polka Band's Emily is amazing, and the Claberheads' Emily is amazing as well. Her vocals and presence on stage are something, and that's true. In a way, it feels like we've gotten to see Emily grow up at least a fair amount since we met the Claberheads. I met the Claberheads about 10 years ago at the Columbus Oktoberfest. I believe it was the first time we ever played at the Columbus Oktoberfest. It was so long ago, a guy named Mike Fan was drumming for us, so we know it was a long time ago. And they were on after us, and I just remember they were on the schedule, and I'd never heard of them before. You know, we were new to the festival scene, or else we would have heard of them. But I saw the names, and I kept pronouncing it wrong. I said Clabberheads, Clubberhead, you know, and these rabid fans of theirs who were sitting at the front table just kept screaming at me. But you can't hear people that well on stage, so they're screaming the correct pronunciation, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, oh my goodness. But they're a fabulous group, and when we met them 10 years ago, it was little Emily at the time. That girl singing leads on Margaritaville, she was like 8 or 9 at the time, and she was selling their merchandise. And so we watched this kid grow into a young lady, and now she a college student. Oh my goodness! But she still comes sings and plays with the Claberheads. In fact, we got to work on the road with these guys. Now it's a lot of fun. This past year, they were in Mount Angel, Oregon with us. They were in Nashville, Tennessee with us. And I know we both of us play Tulsa, and of course the Cleveland Oktoberfest, the Columbus Oktoberfest, the Springboro Oktoberfest, German Fest picnic there in Dayton. The list goes on. We work with these guys all the time, and I tell people, not only are they a fabulous band, they truly are. They're great. They have a great stage presence, great show, but they're amazing people. Every single one of them. Is just caring and authentic and enthusiastic. When me and Emily got married, a card showed up in the mail and it had like 30 signatures on it because there's like 30 Claberheads. We couldn't have all of them in a video. There'd be too many of them to pop up on the screen. They're just awesome. I love the Claberheads, and I could talk about them all night, but we left a little bit of time. We'll go to another interview from Robert Young, Bob Young, who you saw playing the drums in that video, not the steel drum, that was Erica, but Bob Young was playing the drums on that video, which is a good time to bring up, when we record these virtual songs, like you could record your voice, I could record my voice with a cell phone, and it's not going to sound studio quality, but you can get the point across with a cell phone recording of your voice. Even still, if I set this cell phone on a stand or something, I could capture accordion or guitar with it, and it would sound halfway decent. But drums, there's just so much sound with a drum set, and there's so many moving parts and pieces that to get it to sound halfway decent, you really have to do the right thing and actually record it with several different microphones on different drums and all that, and you have to do it right and have to do it a good job, or else it would ruin the total recording. And so I say that because these projects we do, we all have these little studios at our homes, and sometimes we're recording with something like a cell phone or whatever, or maybe we've got some home recording equipment. Robert Young works at a little studio that him and his buddy Dean have. Big shout out to Dean. He's actually the guy who hooked us up with Bob Young. Without Dean, we wouldn't have Bob Young as drummer. But those two guys, they sit down in a more studio type setting, not a home studio. All kinds of mics, mixers, all this stuff, and they makes Bob. They mic up those drums so it's beautiful and easy for Mike Franklin to work with those. I was talking to Mike this week on the phone about the recording we're doing. He goes, those tracks from Bob are amazing. Whatever those guys do, they're doing it right. So it really does take a lot of extra work and dedication to pull off the recording of those drums correctly, which Bob, oh my gosh, he's really saved our necks in this virtual world because he has the gumption and the tech and the know-how and the studio space to pull this off. But don't just take my word for it. Here's a little bit more of Bob Young for you.
I mean, it stinks that we can't like get out and play for people and music with your friends, like all that stuff is just not happening right now. It's like, watching like all like my favorite bands are canceling their tours for the year, and it's just like nobody's doing it. So it's just a whole thing is just wiped out for a year, it feels like. But
Very
hopefully,
well could be.
I hope, things get in place sooner. Maybe we can start doing it or altered or, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. That's kind of rough topic.
Horse, the duck-sized horse.
Yeah, duck-sized horse. A rough topic. Oh my goodness. Why I've got you on the phone, and I speak for the people watching at home. We're so grateful that you're there drumming for us through all this, because I know it's a fair amount of work to put all those giant horse-sized ducks in a row to pull off working this way.
Yeah. Yeah,
that wasn't a question, so Bob's just like, what am I supposed to do?
I don't know what to say about that one, Jake.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's
right.
cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Bob.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Say it, wave at our viewers. There's 10 of them. 10 of them out there.
300 million of them. Man.
Billions. All right.
Billions.
We'll catch you next time, Bob. Here's probably what I'm going to play is a video with Bob in it now.
Oh, sweet.
Or I'll just go to a video with our old drummer.
Yeah, right. Cool, Jake. Thanks a lot.
All right, you can't take my polka from me. Take two.
Go a little faster.
What's the worst that you can do? Laughing, waiting for your blues to land. You can't take my polka from me. No matter what you try, I'll kick and scream until I die. Listen when I say it's gotta be this way. You can't take my polka from me. Listen when I say it's gotta be this way, 'cause you can't take my polka from me. Son, turn around while you still can, man. You won't stop the Chardon Band. You'll lose if you wanna fight that fight. And we will still be standing here with a case of old style beer. We will play our pool till we die. You can't take my polka from me. No matter what you try, I can't scream until I die. Oh, listen when I say it's gotta be this way. You can't take my polka from me. Play a bitch. I said you can't take my polka from me. No matter what you try, I can scream until I die. Listen when I say it's gotta be this way. You can't take my polka from me. Well, listen when I say it's gotta be this way. You can't take my polka from me. Hey, that was good.
Oh, that's from our winter warmer sessions. We shot those, of course, I think back in the beginning of February. Of course, with the beautiful snow on the ground here in Geauga County. And we're glad you guys enjoy those. You can find all those winter warmer sessions on YouTube. I wanted to play that one for you tonight. It just seemed fitting because that's what this program is about. And one of the things me and Bob were talking about is no matter what, we're going to continue in some fashion. We don't know 100% what that looks like for us right now, but we want to continue making music and having fun with you guys out there. So we really appreciate you guys listening. Oh my goodness. And I hope y'all enjoyed that interview with Bob Young. Almost said Bob Knox, different guy. One of our friends writes in. This is from Rachel. So last night I had a dream that you guys started your own line of food products. And one of them was the polka cake, which were just pancakes with your faces on them. That sounds delightful, Rachel. Who wouldn't want to eat a polka cake, ladies and gentlemen? Speaking of these wonderful polka cakes, in that song you witness the magic of Mitch Lawrence, the majesty of Mike Franklin, the Jake of Jake, and the beats of Bob Young in that last song. Oh my goodness. I have a fun time doing this show for you every week. We're going to work on getting the crew together sometimes. How far down the list before Bob Knox gets interviewed? That's what Bob Knox writes in and says. Of course, that interview with Bob Young, folks, okay, I'll give you a little bit of the background. A guy who follows us every week writes in, Ryan Preisley Dorf, or some, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He wrote in and said, you have to interview Bob Young and you have to ask him these questions. And 85% of the questions I asked him were from this list. They were really weird, but they were good questions to ask somebody. Now, if you find yourself asking how we can support the band during this crazy time, I would like you find yourself asking, boy, I have too much money. How can I give some to the Chardon Polka Band? Well, we'll take it. We don't need to take it. We don't have to take it. If you guys want, you can send us money, though. Here's, that's just the, that's what I say. You guys have watched the show before. I throw up this link. Of course, that's to our Venmo, where you can tip the Chardon Polka Band, venmo.com/Chardon Polka Band, or you can become a long-term subscriber. Oh, my goodness, long-term supporter on Patreon. That's patreon.com, and look for the Chardon Polka Band. Or you can mail us a check, mail us beer, mail us a cheesecake. We'd love to eat it. P.O. Box 908, Burton, Ohio, 44021. Oh, everybody, Bob Young. Bob Young's chiming in over there. He says, glad to be part of this. Can't wait to meet everyone when the band is back at it again. Well, Bob, they can wait to meet you. I mean, they can't. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Boys and girls, I love it. Bob Young here, the Jake here. Everybody's having a good time, and we hope you guys are having a good time. Speaking of good times, check this out. I'm sorry. I'm going to the wrong camera angle. I'm laughing too hard. Oh my goodness, that's my little boy, Luke. I just had to share that video. I get complaints if I don't show the twins enough on this program. I literally got the 1 week I didn't show a picture of my kids. I got emails all week about it. Oh my goodness. Everybody, did you see that Bob Young's over there in the scroller? Say hello to him. Thank him for that beautiful interview. Me and him spent hours on the phone this week. We were talking about those questions, but then we just started talking and having a merry time because Bob is a wonderful guy. He is just a delight, ladies and gentlemen. We got a couple minutes left. Thank you for an awesome Saturday night. I got to make sure I hit everything I was supposed to hit, said hello to everyone I was supposed to say hello to. Did I promo our favorite beer? It's not Bob's favorite beer. Platform. This is Platform Open Market. A delightful beer with hints of apricot and peach. Just what you want as the weather gets to be delightful out there. And also, you'll notice now my beer is kind of pink. That's because I'm drinking one of my other absolute favorites, chocolate, raspberry, banana donut. A sourish beer from Platform Brewing Company. You see the flag behind me. Remember, they also I haven't switched over to it yet. I almost fell over there. They sent me a hat, Hayes Jude, one of my very favorite beers from them. Support platform because they're supporting us. They sent us some free beer, and by us I mean me. The rest of the guys don't live here, and I'm drinking all the beer before the next time they come over. Isn't that right, Bob Young? But maybe if I keep promoting platform, they'll send us some more. Oh my goodness. Friends and neighbors, it's time to wrap up another show. But as always, I appreciate you coming out, listening to the banter, listening to the ridiculousness, listening to those wrong chords. Bobby Quinn, when am I going to interview Mitch? I've interviewed Mike. That was a couple weeks ago. A few weeks out, we got to Bob. So, hey, a few weeks from now, Mr. Lawrence might be on here. Who knows? I don't even know what I'm doing on this show week to week. I don't know how long it's going to last until we go back to work. Ladies and gentlemen, there are so many unknowns. That's the Chardon Polka Band. So many unknowns. All right, so you guys know. Got to switch angles. Hold on. And now I'm at this camera. Oh, Steve Erickson writes in, I gotta pause the song. That was gonna be the Free Beer Polka. I'll keep the rhythm going over here. But Steve Erickson writes in to say he loves those Rogers drums, and I'm glad you noticed that. Bob Young plays on a Rogers drum kit. He has two of them. Though that's not the one that he's playing in the virtual sessions because he's on the studio kit. But when he plays with us, he chooses from one of two different Rogers drum kits. We put the CPB crest on the front of his red Rogers kit. And the fact that he plays that Rogers kit really brings joy to my heart because our old drummer, and I mean that meaning our past drummer, but also old literally, our old drummer Pops, who you might recognize from the show Polka Kings. Pops, when we started playing together, he always played an old Rogers kit, an antique. And so I'm so psyched that Bob Young plays that antique set. I love it. It's beautiful. Went to a show just the other day, but they didn't have any money, so I said that we won't play. Then they said something to catch our ears. If you play us some polka, we'll give you some beer. If you play us some polka, we'll give you some beer. If it's Schlitz, Pale Ale, or Old Style, if you give us beer, then we play for a while. If it starts to sound sloppy, head don't get upset. With free beer and polka, you take what you get. With free beer and polka, you take what you get. Fitting since I was promoting the platform beer, who sent me a whole bunch of beer that I should play the Free Beer Polka, because ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget our roots. Let's not forget that Rogers drum kit, and let's not forget that once upon a time this band was not a money-making venture, and it really didn't make that much of a difference to us. We just loved playing music for y'all, so whether we're making money right now or not, we don't care. We're still going to play you guys music in whatever fashion we can. I've talked to Bob Young tonight on the show. He's been a big part of making that happen, and we really appreciate him doing that. Speaking of it, I know a lot of people are asking, when are we going to get back together and making music the good old-fashioned way together? Someone said, get your whole group together, like in the driveway, where we can socially distance. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are working on those ideas. We just want to make sure that we are safe and following the guidelines set up for businesses too, because technically we are an LLC, so we are a business and we got to follow those guidelines. But we also, all of us have family and close family members who are older than us, but also there are different members of our various families and close-knit groups that do have issues we got to look out for, and we don't want them getting this COVID junk, ladies and gentlemen, so we always got to be safe. But speaking of which, I got a minute I can talk about this on the program. I'd like to give a big shout out to Tom. He's the head of the health department in Geauga County. I forget his last name. It's Tom. He let me call him by his first name. Well, I'm a first name based with this guy. But I was able to talk to him on the phone this week. Great guy for taking my call and taking the time to talk to me. But we were talking about safety, social distancing, and music, and kind of one of the things that makes a band unique is a band is a very close-knit group, close-quartered group. Like he said, you wouldn't want to get the band together back here, where we're standing on top of each other playing music. He goes, that's really not recommended right now, and you wouldn't be able to wear masks as you're playing music. And he goes, so that's, you got to stay safe. You wouldn't do that. But he said, you get outside, that you can make it safe outside in controlled environments. There are ways to do that while I'm chatting about it, just because you guys are interested, I'm sure. Someone talked to me this week about singing, because singing you are projecting things further. So say there was spittle in your mouth and you were infected with the coronavirus, that spittle goes a lot further when you're singing, especially if the Jake's singing. The Jake is a very loud guy. So he said, that there was a story recently in the news. A single member of a choir was infected 80 people with a performance. Oh my goodness, we don't want that to happen, right? So anyway, I was able to talk to this guy about some safety ideas and planning moving forward. So we are planning, we are thinking, and I know the Chardon Polka Band is a very essential business. Thank you for saying that, T-Bone. Yes, Paul, Celebration Lutheran, June 28th. You tell me, man. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. How we wrap up the show every week. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife, we are parting. And I'll go to the other side of town. Those are just the lyrics, folks. Me and Emily are doing great. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Good night, dear. Good night, everyone out there. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Can you see my fillings? Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. everybody. We love you. Have a good one. And here it goes. Sorry, I can't turn one thing.